Alright, here's an update on the 77 Datsun that I've been really digging into on this. Trying to get some rust repair done, and I just keep finding more and more rust. But I have all the wiring stripped out of the engine bay and just set over the fender so I can clean the engine bay and the engine. I have some degreaser sitting on the engine. It's going to soak until tomorrow. This is the Purple Power degreaser, and it says to use a 100% no dilution mix on engines and stuff. This is like the 4th layer, and it's just now getting down to paint. This side is the worst, with burnt and caked on grease. The fan, all the plastic cleaned up really good, and the paint cleaned up really nice. I got a lot of the metal that was rusted out pulled out from up there. These little pieces of cardboard are going to be patch panels that are just going to get cut out and welded in place. I do have the fender pulled off just because I was going to run the wiring underneath in the behind the fender to kind of keep the engine bay as clean as possible, kind of tuck most of the wiring. I did go through and use some of the tough stuff to really clean the seats, and my good God, the seats and the doors look brand freaking new. They were really dirty. Like, every single one of these rags is filthy. But in my opinion, man, that looks so good. Compared to what it used to, dash isn't as clean as I'd like, but it's cleaner enough. Trying to get the rear end cleaned up with some degreaser too. The cylinder head, got the cylinder head cleaned. It looks way nicer. I'm not giving a crap if there's water in it. I'm just gonna replace the cylinder head. I got a hold of the scrapyard that's here. They said they might have one, but they don't know the condition of the engine, so the head might be bad, but I mean, honestly, it's better than that. I'm happy. The coolant jacket has eaten into the combustion chamber on both the center cylinders, so this head, unless I can find somebody to weld it, which I can't over here. None of the machine shops will weld aluminum because they think it's a liability. If that weld fails, it's on them. And I'm like, I don't care if it fails. If it fails, then I'll buy a new engine. But they're like, oh, liability, we can't guarantee you won't come back. I'm trying to sue. The tank, I don't know what kind of paint they put on this tank, but like, this engine degreaser is literally pulling it off in a lot of spots. I don't know if that's just from the grease over the years eating the paint underneath, and now that I'm washing the grease off, it's blowing the paint off too. I've got a lot of work to do on this one. The engine is my main priority right now. Everything else is solid enough that it can be driven, but the engine is the main issue. The block deck is perfectly flat. I went over it with a light and a perfect flat edge, straight edge, and no light underneath it. No, I can't get any, the thinnest feeler gauge I got, I can't get underneath it, so it's flat enough for me. The head, on the other hand, is warped to oblivion, but with it being blown like that, I'm not surprised. This one's got most of the work done, and it will be getting most of the work done for the next couple of weeks until it is running and driving. I'm going to get a custom flatbed made for it by myself, and put some wheel arches so the bed sits down far enough that I can actually lower this and look good. Because right now, it is on its down travel bump stops. So when it's all the way down, like the wheel is all the way sitting as far down in the droop as possible, it's on its bump stop. So I need to lower this thing down a little bit. If you all want to stay more up to date on how much I do on these, go follow my Instagram, link in bio. I'm gonna go outside and take a shower because I got work in less than an hour. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.